too. Alright, so hopefully you can hear me. I got one of those new little steely things. Before I just had a mount like I do my tablet. And you know, sometimes I need quicker access to my phone, so those steely things that you can buy at Love's, it's like a magnet mount, and it has a 3M piece of tape basically that sticks really well on pretty much any surface, and that's what I got. That's what I'm using right now. So I like that it's small enough where I can you know, put it where I have it in a space that I couldn't put the mount dash or the dash mount. So, and I can just quickly mount it, you know. It has a magnetic thing. Anyways, I was gonna do a video really just, well, I'm cruising in Texas right now. I'm getting close to, I think, Texarkana area, where I'll stop and get fuel, but I wanted to do a video. So basically I had to have a big week this week, which I have, finishing up Monday morning, well, I mean, that's another good thing about saving, you know, having a maintenance fund, setting money aside every week for when things happen, because if you go and spend all your money, or your money goes all to your bills from your business, trucking in particular, then when it comes, because it will, when things go bad mechanically with your motor or with your after treatment, and you have to use your credit cards or go get a loan from the bank or go bankrupt because of something you could have paid with your fund, you know, or your savings. So I had to have a big week this week, because I didn't have to, but I wanted to kind of, my truck's going to be down for probably a good week at the international dealer. So last time I had that dozer injector put in for a few grand, and then a couple other things. And there was the DPF and DOC that needed to be done as well. They have been, as you know, if you've watched my other videos. So I have it scheduled to be in the shop Thursday, and I wanted to have a pretty good week, as far as gross, and I have, and I will have, and so I will be down for probably a week, I'm assuming, at least from, like Wednesday to Monday, and the truck will be in the shop getting a new DPF filter, a new DOC, which is like the diesel oxidation catalyst, I believe. It's another part of the after treatment right before the DPF filter. Gotta love these things, man. But so it was either that, and that's what this video is about. Do you, as an owner operator, you know, with this Max Force or with even other, Cummins and stuff, with these after treatments, with the emission, controls, eventually you will probably come to a point where you start looking into whether or not you're going to put in a new DPF filter. Either you're gonna have to clean it probably every year, or maybe even I don't know, or so you get a new DPF filter, or a new DOC, EGR cooler, all that after treatment stuff. I've already got the EGR cooler replaced, and who knows, I hear of guys deleting all of that and not having to ever replace them again. But I see also then you have like ECM and computer programming issues when you do delete them, because I've looked into that, because obviously I have the Max Force 13 and they're notorious for throwing EGR coolers and all kinds of crazy freaking things, and so to me it was either get the stuff replaced or get it deleted, but I had already put in a new EGR cooler and a bunch of other stuff. So then I started thinking, I got all this money into the after treatment already, why not just but that's not even the main reason. I know someone who could delete it, and delete it pretty inexpensively. But the thing is I plan on growing my business, right, eventually, and my whole goal was to keep this truck originally until January next year and trade it in for a newer truck. Even though this is a 2014, I want one. I could pay it off, you know, I could even have it paid off by next year, but my term is until the following year, so it's a 2-year deal, and have it paid off. But by then, at the end of the 2 years, I would then have a truck that who knows what shape it is in, you know, like I have this money vested into it. Is it negative equity, like when you buy a regular auto vehicle? You know, so much can go wrong in 1 to 2 years, and it scares me. You know, I don't know if I want to be sitting on a paid off truck. You know, I don't know if it's worth that, whether or not to end up getting back into another truck loan at the same rate, probably, but a newer motor, and I would get into probably a Cummins. I don't know, man. You know, at the same rate, it's like, this thing only has 400,000 miles on it, but it's a max horse, you know. But I see just as many problems with other engines. You know, I see a lot of guys throw a lot of shade about the International Pro Stars with the max force, which rightfully so. I mean, it has nearly bankrupted a lot of people, and Navistar's been sued, and there's a reason that they're no longer making it, that they discontinued these engines, rightfully so. So that, you know, makes me think that was another thing. Like, do I really put all this money into a truck that is going to keep having these issues? And really, I mean, I seen the best decision for me in my business right now was not to delete it, because I just see too many. For one, the main thing is I can't go to my dealer after I delete it. I can't go to my dealer or my shop where I bought it from. I can't trade it in because they won't take it, and because they look at that as illegal, and the EPA really cracks down on everybody about that. And then, like, if I break down on the side of the road, I can't just take it to a shop like I normally could. You know, I can't get, no one, it's hard to find anyone that wants to touch that shit. So, for me, personally, I'm not going to delete it. Although I think it would have probably much greater benefits than not. But, I don't, whether I pay this truck off or I keep it and just buy another one next year, either way, I felt like the best business decision for me was just to get a new DPF filter and get a new DOC, see how she runs, and hopefully, if I can get another year, then I may just trade her in, sell her back to the dealership and get a newer vehicle. A newer semi, and with like a Cummins or something, where I don't have to. I'm still gonna have, you know, obviously the after treatment when you buy a newer truck, but a better Cummins has that figured out more, because you know, International tried going a different route with the non-SCR or whatever without the DEF, and then that just kind of effed things all up for them. Even though they make the A26 motors now that don't have apparently those EGR issues and after treatment issues, because they went, you know, with the DEF or whatever. But so I just feel like, you know, maybe you have, or maybe you will come across that point in time where you have to, you know, get a new DPF filter, you're having EGR cooler issues, or, you know, something with your after treatment, your DOC, and you may, like, especially one of these engines, it may cross your mind to get it deleted. I've talked with other owner operators a couple people I know, and they've had great success with it, you know, no problems, and it kept them on the road, you know. But I'm hoping, I chose to go this route, the regular legal route, because I want to grow, and I've already have an established relationship with this dealer. You know, it's easy for me to get my truck in if I need to, and then also, you know, just thinking down the road if I want to trade it in or break down. I don't have like a mechanic. I've been looking, but for someone that could work on the after treatment, you know, if need be, or just this engine period, and not many people like to do it. So I'm definitely, you know, gonna do that this week, this coming week. Get that. It's gonna be like, I think like $5 grand for all that. Sorry about that rattle. So yeah, it sucks, man, but thankfully I have money set aside to withstand that, because when you put your shop in for something like that, you know, it's gonna be like a week that your truck is down, maybe more in some cases. Not, I know that mine won't be more than a week, but and so not only does it cost thousands of dollars, but you not working, you not having these wheels rolling, that's what really gets you the most, because you don't have that revenue coming in. You know, you're not stacking up money, so you have to have money stacked up to withstand situations like that. But I just felt like, you know, there's a lot of talk about you know, there's a lot of people that are scared of these emissions, and owner ops who are or will or have come across that situation where they are thinking about getting it deleted, or just getting a new one. They're having problems, whatever. So I just wanted to share this, my experience, you know, and the route that I chose and why. And maybe I'm wrong, or maybe I'm right. I don't know. We'll see. Just, you gotta, you know, do what you think is best for your business, and just keep trucking, man. Keep going down the road, and hopefully by fixing things like that, you will be able to be more profitable. Because also with this bad DOC and DPF, I'm losing time and money as far as fuel mileage, and like, because the DOC is allowing my like you know, the dozer injector. I have a new one, but it sprays the fuel into the DPF filter. I don't know if that's like part of the oxidation process. I don't know, but it sprays fuel into that filter, and apparently you would think if the filter's clogged that no matter what, it wouldn't get through, but apparently it's just the DOC is allowing raw fuel to come out my exhaust, and that's what the white puffs of smoke will be when I'm going down the road sometimes. And it's almost like my system is trying to regen, but it's not allowing it to regen properly, so then it just pushes out raw fuel out my exhaust. But it's only for, you know, a certain length of time, and then it'll stop. Typically after so long of doing it, it will force me to park regen. I'll do a park regen, and typically it will be okay. But it's getting to the point where I'm doing them more consistently, and it's blowing more consistent. Sometimes I also lose power, like especially going up hills when I'm, you know, and then my boost will get stuck. I don't know. I think it's all tied in together. We will see. There's nothing really, you know, you can do other than, you know, like, you don't have a crystal ball. I'm not a mechanic. You know, I just gotta kind of, unfortunately, all International does is they hook up your shit to the computer, and then it throws codes, and they go based off the codes, trial and error. You know, so it costs us thousands of dollars, but I don't have someone really that, you know, plan on connecting with someone down the road, but like at this point, this is the best option for me. Just get it fixed, you know, and with everything I do have into it, I think next year when if I do trade it in to get a newer one, then I'll be all set. They'll take it and still give me a good price. I got it for a pretty good price, so, and then I can apply whatever you know, difference to the new truck. The only problem with that is getting into a new truck is, you know, I could have this thing free and clear, you know, if I wanted to next year instead of trading in, but that's making extra payments. Otherwise I would have it paid off a year from that. So you know, less than 2 years I could have a paid off truck, and then I have that extra $1,100 a month coming into my pocket. But you know, I try to, but then I'm like, you know, but how long would that last? You know, if I did that, and then, you know, I could be much more profitable, but that's not for another almost 2 years, and then by that time, this thing will probably have 600,000 at least on the odometer, maybe 7, and then it's like, you know, how much life does the Max Force have? I feel much better, you know, using this truck as a stepping stone, you know, get this, make these payments for a year, and then build my business credit more, and then build my relationship with International and more in my bank, you know, and then in a year just trade it in, and I could get into a newer truck next year, a much better truck and a newer truck with the same payment, you know, but I'll have that payment. So just trying to, and then you never know, you know, so what that new truck, you know, I know this truck by now, you know, I know when it has, for the most part, but I just don't, I was talking to my wife, and I just don't know if, you know, yeah, it's wonderful to have a paid off truck, and I can do it. I can do it very easily. But what kind of truck am I having, you know? I got this paid off truck, but is it a junk or is it a piece of shit? You know, and then what happens if the motor blows 6 months into that, you know, of paying it off? Then I can't trade it in for shit. You know, then I'm sitting on negative equity like nothing. You know, it's not worth nothing. So I think that's the only reason I won't trade it in, I think. And this may change. Maybe I decide to just pay it off. If it continues to run good, maybe I will. Because obviously I want to be as profitable as possible, but I also want to keep the business going. And eventually get drivers, maybe. But that was what I was going to say just a second ago, is the only reason I may just pay it off is because then I could, you know, either continue driving this, get another new truck, and put a driver in that, or put a driver in this one, and me drive the new one, but probably the other way around. Because if I ever do have a driver, I would like them to enjoy their equipment. I want them to, you know, take a little pride in it and like make it feel like it's theirs, and like I don't want them broke down. You know, it's gonna happen, and hopefully that, you know, if I do, they would understand that. But I don't want to have someone driving a piece of shit, you know. And this truck isn't. It really isn't. It's a good truck, man. It pulls great. It drives smooth. It's comfortable. It's, you know, it's not a P and it's not a Kenworth, but it's a nice truck. Yeah, it has the Max Force, but I've seen worse. I've seen better. So all that matters really is, you know, it keeps going down the road and making my business profitable. So that's all. I don't even know if this is helpful or interesting. Probably this is all stuff you guys know. And, I just wanted to share what is going on, what I'm doing, why I'm getting the new DPF and the new DOC instead of versus getting a delete kit and deleting that stuff, which I've considered quite largely. I've thought about it a lot, so, but yeah, I just decided to go down the other route. But that's it, man. I hope you guys are having a good weekend. Like I said, I'm driving. I actually took my 34 already in Texas, down there kind of by Lufkin, Houston area, and heading on the road. I deliver this to PA Monday morning, so got a lot of driving to do. That's it, man. Stay cool, stay warm, and enjoy. Peace.